This ad creative took 10 minutes to make with AI, and it generated this much money for one of our DTC clients. So in this video, I'm going to show you exactly how I did it. I'm going to give you the prompts and the exact framework so you can make them in no time. And I'm also going to test this ad creative to show you the results at the end. But first, let me tell you why most AI creative advice fails. The problem is that most people rely heavily on just a few ChatGPT prompts and hope that their entire ad creative problem is going to be solved. You still need to give it the right information. If you just look at this image and it looks all right, it looks a little bit generic though, but you compare it to this one. Which one of those two do you think will perform better? It's obviously going to be this one because the wording and the messaging ties a lot to people's desires. For now, let me show you the process of how I make these in 10 minutes. So we're going to start this process with our research doc. If you don't know what that is, it looks like this. This is for one of our clients. It encapsulates all of the information from Reddit forums, from TikTok comments, reviews, etc. It's going to have your pain points, your failed solutions, desired outcome. If you don't know how to do this, we teach this inside our community Ad Creators Lab, where you can actually get our deep research protocol, which is how you build this up. This is the source of truth. This is what people are talking about. This is what people are saying. These are the words that people use, okay? So we definitely want to be using these. Now, I'm going to take this document and I'm going to go to a GPT that I actually built called Buyer Avatar GPT. And this one is preloaded with a huge prompt on how to actually create your own avatar. If you don't know what that is, your avatar is a specific person who you're speaking to, because you need to find that one person you're speaking to so that they look at the ad and go, oh, that is me. This is for me. I need this. So what we're going to do first is load our document, and all we have to do is press enter. And so what it's going to do for you is create you your avatar. You can get this one down in the description down below for free. Avatar 1 is a budget skeptic. It gives you an age, a gender, occupation, the family, the location, the budget, what their core problem is, their deep emotional context, top 5 fears, emotional drivers, and past solutions, vivid conversational sound bites, a desired transformation, market beliefs, and objections. And it's going to do this 3 different times. And once you have your avatar, you want to choose one. So let's say we want to speak to the DIY biohacker. Okay, so that's Eli 34. They're a male, freelance data scientist. Here are the problems. They tried this specific product. After weeks, his levels didn't improve. So you want something that's lab grade quality. I'm tracking everything, input, output. He probably watches Andrew Huberman. His fears are being misled. What we're now going to do is select this avatar. I want to really study it. I want to make sure that we are happy with this and we understand them completely. Now, once we choose the avatar, we want to actually find a winning template. Now, the problem is that most people, they just go on ChatGPT, they say, create me an ad, and they go and run it. The problem is, if there are any small mistakes or changes you want to make, it's very difficult. You can't go back and just change the text, because every time you regenerate the image, you get a completely different result. And so it really is a waste of time. You think it's efficient, but it's a waste of time. So instead, we're going to work off templates, and we're going to replace the images in the templates and give us control over the text. So we want to actually select the right creative for this one. So the DIY biohacker, they're going to know about the product. So they're going to be looking at different types. And so they're going to be product aware and solution aware and basically shopping around. And so we want to find a creative that really highlights the product and shows us something about it. And you can access all of these inside our community, kind of like this one here. So for this product here, we need to find the text for it. So let's find a headline that we can split between these two. And we want to find something to put in here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to copy over the information of this biohacker, and I'm going to open up this other GPT called Ad Copywriter Pro. Now, this has been loaded with hundreds of winning ad creatives that we have made that have made our clients loads of money. That being said, you need to always check your copy. You know, you're only as good as your inputs. So let's quickly add our research document. I'm going to add the following prompt. For the following avatar, create 10 headlines that I can put in an image for a product solution aware ad, and click enter. Now, what it's giving me right now is the headlines that are very product and solution aware for our avatar. However, these are focused a lot on just the features of the product. So now create headlines focusing on solving their problem and/or handling objections. This one's great, built for biohackers who don't tolerate hype. So something like, so what we can do is actually take built for biohackers. I'm not really sure about this one here. I actually quite like don't trust labels. Something like trust data, not labels. We've added the trust data, we've added the not labels thing. But the problem is that it looks shit and it also doesn't have our product. So what I'm going to do is quite literally delete all the text. I'm going to take a screenshot of this and I'm going to go to ChatGPT, paste it, and I'm going to find an image of the product like this. And I'm going to tell ChatGPT, replace the bottle on the first image, so this one, with the second image. And then I press enter. And just like that, we have the image like so, which we can take and we can bring back into this Canva template. And then what we can do is just rearrange it so that it matches the image. And just like that, you have one example of an ad creative that is designed for one specific avatar than another. Now you're probably wondering, okay, that's cool, but what if I decide that I want to do the same creative but for another person? How do I do that? How different will it look like? This is Margaret, 67. Her core problem is that she's taken D3 for years, but her doctor says her bone density is still decreasing. She's worried that her current vitamins aren't helping or could even be harmful long term. So what I can do is I can take this, copy this, go to my ad copywriter, say, we are now working with a different avatar. See below and say yes when you understand. So we're gonna load the avatar in, say yes. And then what I can do if I want to save time is I can screenshot this image and I can say, write down 10 examples of text that we can replace in this image that speaks to our new avatar. So for the trust data not labels, you can do protect your bones gently. So this could be something like protect your bones, comma, gently. Yeah. Or something that we can do, what is something that this product will help them avoid? For a phrase like protect your bones without X. Taking 3 separate pills, right? That could be a great one. So I'm going to take that. Without healthier bones, without taking 3 pills, right? Or you can do with 1 pill, clinically backed, something like gentle on the body, liver safe, built for women 60 plus. Just like that, rearrange some of the stuff. And there we have it. Now we have a clear benefit, all in absolute minutes. Now, if you're wondering, this is how he exactly made all of these different static images, like these ones here, through just this exact same process in minutes. I'm actually going to put this inside the ad account for our client and we'll see you in a few days. All right, so I ran these 2 ads and actually the biohacker one completely outperformed the one for the other avatar. Kind of makes sense for this product. Look, here's what I learned after working with 35 plus DTC brands. The ones crushing it are not the ones with the biggest budgets to start with. They're the ones who can create and test many different creative formats faster than everybody else. The custom GPT I showed you is just the beginning. Inside Ad Creators Lab, you get our complete creative frameworks, weekly breakdowns of what's working right now, and direct access to the same strategies that we use with our clients, spending over $50K a month on ads. So if you want to stop being stuck in the $250 jail, click the first link in the description down below. Otherwise, you can watch my previous video, try and build the systems yourself, but it might take you a lot longer.